deliver excellence. And so for us, it's always that pressure of having to deliver and making sure we're delivering at a high standard. Like Hari was saying, we might just change a curtain, we might not even do much, but when the out-of-towners come and, they're amazed, but to us it's like, we've just changed a few things. But it's a good point. It's just a reminder that, not to take it for granted, to appreciate what we have and to try and put on the best show we can.
Yeah, I think for me, always the biggest challenge is trying to capture Apostle's vision. What do you want, and the nature of the Apostle, man, he moves with the wind, and it's like, oh man, okay, we're going this way, and then all of a sudden we're going that way, and it's being able to move with that. I mean, because we've done it so many times, we expect for things to change. And so the challenge is ensuring that the team are comfortable enough to be able to shift quickly on a dime. That's the biggest one. I guess one of the most enjoyable things I've seen this year is a lot of the young people coming through, leaders in every aspect, because for us it's about, okay, cool, we do amazing work, but what happens after this?
The next generation.
Who is coming through to pick up the banner and run with it, And so,
and you see them serving in the church week too.
Yes.
The church services, which is cool. Which obviously flows into the conference stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, you'll see a lot of young people serving this conference.
As we start to wrap up, what would you say, if there was no budget, we had an unlimited supply of money, what would it look like? What would be some of the things that we would do?
Where do we start?
Be mind-blowing, tell ya.
It already is mind-blowing, but what I don't know what that looks like.
I
Could be someone out there with an unlimited budget.
Yeah.
Wants to chuck it our way.
I guess for me, it's we just use what we have, and then God adds a super, And so whatever we do, He's going to add a super. So we may have a very small budget, whatever it looks like. We just know that once God adds a super, it's just going to be amazing, But absolutely, it'd be mind-blowing what we could do with money.
I mean, that's right. We take what we get and we make it happen. And people wouldn't know it, but I think that comes down to our ability to be creative. And to be amazing with the resources that we have. An unlimited supply, I don't know how much. It might just mean a bigger building, or it might mean more lights, but what we're able to do with what we have is amazing.
And any final words for someone that's sitting there thinking, maybe I've got a skill that can add to the party, I can jump in there and start supporting either in a church ministry throughout the year or through conference. What would be that? What would you say to them that are sitting there going, maybe I should get involved?
Just do it. It's life-changing, because not only does it obviously contribute to the house, it also helps you with your character building, building the house. It's about refining your own skills, and being a part of such an exciting, our apostle. We've got the apostle. That's the icing on the cake.
I think when we first started out with the house, it was never our intention, or definitely not mine, to be a leader and to be running ministries like that. It was just, I just wanted to serve God. And I would just, what can I do? And so I started in a sound desk. Okay, show me what these buttons do. And from there, it just moves on to the next thing, and the next thing, before you know, we're running ministries. And it's like, okay, that was never the intention, but that's just how it works. And the skills and the talent and the character building,
transferable.
Absolutely is. And it's paid dividends, I think, particularly in a professional environment, with career and stuff like that. I think doors that have opened have come because we've served God, we've served His house, we've built His house. So.
That's awesome. I could testify to that as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time. I mean, we talked a bit about behind the scenes. You guys are amazing. I'm here to support you guys.
You're amazing too, Jerome.
Jump in and do what you get behind whatever it is that you guys are doing. But we're going to check out some behind the scenes footage now.
Awesome.
My son Levi, he's been training and practicing for the Pacific Island item, and he's been there till 10 o'clock at night. He said to me the other day, do teams at conference, do they spend all night here? Do they spend all night? And I said, they literally do. Yeah. They spend all night here, especially in the lead up. Some of them are here till 2, 3 in the morning.
Yep.
And I have known some that spend the literal night at conference, waking up, particularly in those final days. So, and there's a huge appreciation goes out to everyone that serves and does what they do out there. But a bit about the breakdown. Let's go through and have a little bit of a chat about Elder Dave, the word.
Man, the word.
From last week, because we had obviously Apostles in Wellington, but we had Elder Dave here. What was it in it for you?
Man, I think, first and foremost, the way he delivered it, oh my gosh, was crack up. Yeah. It was so cool because, each one of our elders, they have different ways of delivering the word. And that's what I like about, Destiny Church and, our fams here. But I think from the word, the tangi, oh, man.
What, the 3,000 of them? 3,000 tangi?
Man, the 3,000 tangis, but, the way he broke it down was, it was so relevant to now. We can have our days. Sometimes, we sit in our days where we just think, oh, man, there's no way out. Everything is just weighing on me right now. Everything's so overwhelming. And we have our times where we just don't want to, do anything about it. But I think the way he brought it across was you have your moments, but those moments should not define where you move. Yeah. And even him talking about the trophies. Yeah. The trophies that you have, we can always, sometimes we can forget about the small winnings, the big winnings that we've overcome, where we think that it has no relevance to what we're going through now. And even for him to say, man, you got to dust those things off. Yeah. Hey,
and realize that is what should give you the confidence to walk into a situation. By trophies, I mean, we're talking about things that you've overcome in your world and things that you've achieved in your life that and then we have something that we're stuck on or that we're challenged to overcome, and we think that it's impossible to do that. But then you just need to look back and go, man, I've done X, Y, Z, I've done all of these things. Of course I can it's just a matter of time. A matter of time, dedication, effort. Sometimes it's just a matter of saying no, and then you're going to have that trophy up there. But I love when Elder Dave just makes it real relevant. It'd be hard not to be able to relate to the word when Elder Dave brings it across the pulpit. I love, it's no longer I that lives, but Christ. And you think about that. You're like, every time your head raises up and the eye pops up, and he talked about his tangi giving a bit of